Welcome to 21st Century Learning at Korea International School. Rather than tell you what 21st Century Learning is, we'll let you see some examples. For example, our Broken World, Modern World History Wiki textbook. This is a student-created textbook. Students themselves made this textbook, writing together in what one student called a fun and creative way. All students wrote this textbook on a wiki, which is a web-based writing platform. Wikipedia is a very famous example of that. And our students are learning how to use wikis to create their own textbooks. They write the text, they do the research, they find the images, and do things with images that you can't do in a textbook. Images don't animate in textbooks like they do here. Textbooks don't include videos, like we can see here, with good historical footage. So let's take a walkthrough of the different chapters of this web-based student-created textbook, just to give you an idea of how it looks. This is Chapter 1, which explains the stage being set for World War I. Chapter 2 outlines the war in Europe and World War I. Again, look at the nice graphics. Look at the video of historical television and so forth. Chapter 4, the peace. Chapter 5, the Russian Revolution, Stalin. The fall of the Qing dynasty in China. With Chinese films from YouTube. And look at the student reflections at the end. Why do we even care? Students themselves asking the important questions. Why do we care about history? And making sense of it themselves. This world history textbook was a great adventure for our students. And it didn't stop there. We went from the wiki textbook to use weblogs or blogs for students to write their understandings of history, not for the teacher in boring schooly essays, but in real-world writing with a real-world audience on this Broken World blog. On this blog, students wrote reflectively about their understandings of the lessons of the history from World War I to World War II, the wonder it brought them, the questions it raised, the lessons it taught. Look at this student, Lindsay, talking about how the story of history finally is amazing to her after 9 years. Students wrote some amazing things, and not only did teacher comment, but when we click on this comment, we see that the world also commented. This Lara, who replied to this student's post on the Cold War, answered from somewhere out in the world, we do not know where. Now, for those of you who are afraid of the world coming into our classrooms, teachers have complete control over what comments are allowed on the class websites, blogs, and wikis. So there really is nothing to fear by letting the world in. And there is very, very much to learn by letting that world in. Now, KIS also uses 21st Century in English classrooms. This is the 1001 Flat World Tales, a world writing project with students in Colorado, in Honolulu, Hawaii, and in Korea at Korea International School, all writing together, 130 students, for 6 weeks, writing on one website, another wiki, to give feedback to each other by writing on their own student page and getting feedback from their peer students in other countries. Notice how each student page also is personalized. Students get to learn about each other as they write together. Notice how students can also put audio of themselves reading so they can listen to their story. Here's one student writing her story, and as we scroll down to the bottom of the page, we see the feedback that a student in another country in the United States gave her. The discussion tab on a wiki allows students to also discuss further the story, as we see here with this peer response. Mallory is in Colorado, and Jessica has written all of these different revisions of her same story. The education world took note of this, and KIS was put on the 21st century map. This has never been possible in the history of education before. and now it is, and KIS is out front leading the way.
Montana took notice. Australia took notice. Colorado took notice. Leaders around the world took notice. Other Americans took notice. Thailand took notice. Crazier still, Spain took notice in a Spanish language publication. And even crazier, China took notice. KIS is on the map.